Why is it that there's so many people out here getting rich, yet you're still not one of them? Today, I'm going to give you a simple framework to start thinking like the top 1%. If you want to start thinking like the elite, you're going to need to develop an abundance mindset. Now, what does this mean? Having an abundance mindset means that you can see that there is more in life. There isn't a limited amount of money. They're always printing more money. That's not a thing. There isn't a limited amount of opportunity. There isn't a limited amount of people you can meet. It is unlimited. Everything in life is absolutely unlimited. You can go anywhere and do anything. You need to understand that and reprogram your mind to understand you are a fully autonomous individual. You can go outside, start making money right now. And this leads me to my second point, which is to understand the power of your thoughts and your beliefs. I spoke about this in my last video, but if you guys didn't see it, essentially, your brain is so much more powerful than you think, and the rich people know this. The elites know this. They know they can essentially think of something and it'll pop up out of nowhere. Not actually. It takes a plan and work, but it's possible. If you think of something, then it can be done. Whatever you put your mind to can become a reality. If you focus on something so much and so often, it is bound to become your reality because that's all you're thinking about. That's all you know. Next up, we have gratitude. If you want to start developing an abundance mindset, you need to start practicing gratitude every day. Gratitude can be as simple as I'm grateful for my car, I'm grateful for my house, I'm grateful for water. And it is important to start writing these things down every day. Once you start writing these down, you're gonna start feeling that sense of gratefulness and you're gonna be thankful for everything you have in your life, which is gonna help you develop an abundance mindset. One thing I wanna add is something you need to avoid. If you're watching the news, you are being brainwashed. They are brainwashing you into believing whatever they're putting on there. They are inducing fear out of you, and that is not what is gonna lead you to success. They are only using fear to control you and your emotions so you act upon it. Don't let that happen. Stop watching the news. Now that you've developed an abundance mindset, this leads me to my second point, which is thinking in decades. If you want to become successful, you need to be thinking in decades, maybe 10, 20, even 30 years from now, depending how old you are. If you're thinking 20 years down the line, an action might not be the same as if you're thinking in 30 days or 2 months from now. Your actions will be drastically different and you'll see improvements that over the long haul will take you to where you want to be, because consistency is the most important thing, and thinking in decades will allow you to be consistent essentially. If you're thinking in 20 years from now, I want to be a millionaire, start preparing and you will start strategizing. Do it early so you don't have to do it later. If you start working now, then maybe you won't have to work in the future if you work hard enough. That leads me to point number 3. Question everything. You need to be questioning everything in your life. Why am I the way I am? Why are rich people rich and I'm not? These are the questions you need to be asking, because your brain's going to give you answers. Your brain's going to give you an answer for every question you ask it. If you ask, why am I fat? Well, maybe you eat too much. There's an answer for everything. You just got to go searching for it. Why am I not making money? Or why am I not successful yet? How long is this going to take? You got to start figuring this stuff out. And the best way to do it is to ask questions, because that is a form of action that you're taking. Now, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be actually doing activities that are going to make you money, but thinking is a good way to start. On that subject, I'd like to mention that you need to be actually learning from these questions. You can't just ask yourself random questions and not think anything of it. You need to reflect on the answer so that then you can start to understand the things going on and why your life is the way it is. This leads me to the next point, being self-accountable. You need to start taking accountability in your life. Without accountability, you're never gonna see any growth because you're never learning from your mistakes. You're always making the same mistakes, and that is not what you wanna do. That is the opposite of what you wanna do, actually. If you're poor, it's because you chose to be poor. Now, that might sound crazy, but it's the truth. If something in your life is messed up and you don't like the way it is, it's kind of your fault. Who else's fault would it be? There's a million things you could say. You could say, oh, the weather was bad. Oh, my business isn't doing good because I don't know how to do Photoshop. You will be able to find an excuse for literally everything. Finding an excuse is really damn easy, but finding a solution is pretty hard. So stop complaining and start looking for solutions. This is what rich people do. Lastly, I want to speak about the power of waking up early. So it is widely known that many millionaires, billionaires, CEOs, they all wake up early. Why? Well, I think that waking up early gives you a sense of clarity. Before anyone's awake, before the sun's even out, you can start working with no interruptions. This is incredibly helpful if you have a busy life, you got things going on, you got people to message. Wake up early, just calm down, meditate, do whatever you need to do, start breathing exercises, and just get to work. If you wake up at, let's say, 6 a.m. and you get 2 hours of work done, you're doing better than 99% of people that day. And this is a competition. You got to remember, we are all competing against each other. So anything to get above the competition is helpful. It also allows you to set up your day exactly how you want it to go. You have more control over the morning than you do the evening. I think I heard Tim Cook say that from Apple. Great saying, and it's true. When you wake up early, there's less going on. You can really decide how your day is going to go and just getting some wins in early. It's also kind of like having 2 days in one. What am I talking about? Well, when you wake up early, if you are an early riser, you know this. When you wake up at 5 a.m., you hit the gym, you go do your work, and it's noon, you feel like the day is already over. You feel like the day is already done, but you still have another 8 to 10 hours that you can literally do whatever. You can keep working, you can do social activities, anything. It allows you to use your time more properly. It gives you a sense of clarity, and it's just overall good for your well-being, in my opinion. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. That was a quick little rundown of the things that you can do to start thinking like a millionaire, like a billionaire, like a CEO, like a boss. You need to be making boss moves. You need to be making CEO moves all day long. The more you start thinking like a successful person, the success is just gonna come to you. It's just gonna, you're not even gonna know where it came from. Remember, the more you start thinking like a successful person, the more successful you're gonna be. It's as simple as that. The mind is very powerful.